But are you saying that is there money in the 2018 budget for roads and storm drains?
Yes.
Okay. We started a concept of pay-as-you-go with respect to capital in Monroeville. Monroeville is approximately $26 million in bond issues that are outstanding. We pay $3.2 million a year on debt service. It's just like paying your mortgage, your credit card. And that won't reduce until the year 2024. Our debt service is about 10% approximately of our general fund. The Government Finance Officers Association recommends 10% should be the max of your general fund. We approached that. We were over that. We were 11% over that. But because our debt service has come down a little bit and we've been on a pay-as-you-go, we're reducing. It's just like reducing your mortgage, not making an extra pay. We're trying to get out of the debt we're in. That was my recommendation to council in 2014, and it is still my recommendation. Don't float any bonds.
Which we have not. Make sure
Which
that
we
everyone
have not.
understands
We haven't
have
floated
not
a bond.
borrowed
We've
any
refunded
money.
bond. Can I finish? Because there seems to be confusion, and I want to try and clear that up. Now, what we have done is we have transferred $1 million, which was from the last tax increase in 2014. Okay? That was part of, we get about $2.3 million on a mill. We raise mill approximately 1.59, somewhere around there. And that brought in maybe about $3 million. $1 million of that goes into the Capital Improvement Fund. In government accounting, you have separate funds. Now, in the meantime, when you go on your pay-as-you-go, we used to spend just $1 million on roads alone in Monroeville. We only spent $250,000 in 14. And I think in 15 we did the same thing. We upped it to $500,000. And this year I've recommended putting another $300,000 in to spend $800,000 on roads. Because out of that $1 million comes $500,000 comes out for roads. All right? So as you don't fix things as much as you did before, as I said in my budget message, they begin to deteriorate. I have had this in my budget message the last 2 years, and I may have had it in the last 3 years. I don't know if it goes back to 15. It may be in there. But everything deteriorates. My responsibility of the manager of this municipality is to inform this council and the residents what's coming down the road here in the future. And when I say the future, I mean 2, 3, 5, 10 years. And our infrastructure is deteriorating. And we've had more people since I've been working here complaining about the roads. Now the sewer lines, we don't have to worry about in the water. That's the authority's responsibility. But it's other things like vehicles, police vehicles, public works vehicles. I told the department heads, and I said this publicly, don't put in for any vehicles next year. All right? Because the $1 million we're transferring, $1 million in a community this size just doesn't go too far. We would spend over $2 million every year, computers, vehicles, roads, maintaining buildings from a capital perspective, maybe putting a roof on a building, taking care of the parks. All that stuff has to come out of capital. All right, in my recommendation for the last 2, 3 years, yes, and I'll stand by it, is somewhere down the line you're going to have to increase or you're going to have to float a bond. You float a bond, it's just like taking out a credit card. In the long run, you pay more money on the interest. So that's what this community is up against right now. Now, as Mr. Griesbach is saying, there is not a $1 million increase in the budget. It's not budgeted in capital. Let's just talk capital. It's not in there. But my recommendation is to put it in there. It's up to this council to do it or not.
Okay.